G'day and welcome to Outside Man Podcast. How are you all going this evening?
Guys, how you doing? Had a good week, Matt?
I had an excellent week. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Leave a comment if you're watching live with us. Even if you're not, leave a comment when you do watch this because we will read them. If you're new, this is the Outside Man Podcast where a couple of blokes love footy and have a chat about it. Yep. Give you our opinions on the game as we read it, as we see it. Not necessarily very bad.
yeah. Sometimes a bit biased.
We give it a go. We give it a red hot go. So, just like to acknowledge our sponsors for this evening, SAE Group. You can see the sign behind you there. For all your solar and battery needs for your home or office or your off-grid home out in the bush. Have you got solar?
I do have solar.
I've got solar too. Have you got solar?
Yeah.
If you don't,
you're missing out.
Yeah, you are missing out.
Yeah.
Funny story, had a person tell me, I was going to get solar a couple of years ago. And it's like, well, why didn't you? It was a bit too expensive. Well, you've missed out on all of that savings off your energy bill, so it's actually cost you more than what you would have if you had bought it. So don't waste your time. Get solar. It's still worth it. Do it.
Yeah, that's
Give
what
it
I
all 1300 18 20 50 saegroup.com.au. Well, let's have a chat about this round. Give us a shout out in the comments if you're on the stream. Even if you're very close to where we are, just if you can check to make sure that everything is good, that will be fantastic. So, this week was a pretty close week.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Footy. Some very close games. There was only one blowout.
Yeah, only the one blowout.
Sharks.
Yeah, it was the Sharks game. Yeah, I was trying to think which game it was. Yeah.
Oops. Sorry about that. There was we were saying there was one blowout this week.
Yeah, one blowout.
Sharks versus Dragons.
Yep.
40 to 8, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Dragons.
What's happened to you?
Nico Irons put on the masterclass.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, Jed? Let's go through the last round.
Yep.
And we'll have a chat about those and just see what we thought of those couple of rounds.
Yep. So the first game that we had was the Parramatta Eels versus the Penrith Panthers. So that was a very close game and probably close to the game of the season, I thought.
It was very good. It was very good.
Yeah.
Very good game. I thought they played well. How's that 2-point field goal?
Yeah, from Nathan Cleary.
Oh my gosh, that was the clutch of the year, of the season, forever.
Yeah, I think so.
Beginning of the NRL.
Yeah. But I think...
So set the scene for those that didn't watch it. Do you remember the details around what happened?
Yeah, so Panthers were leading. The Eels were leading.
Yeah.
And then Penrith came back and...
Junior Parlo, was it Junior did a big high hit or something?
Yeah, did a big high hit, got sent off 10 minutes.
Kicked it out. I think that was what it was. They kicked it out to find touch.
Yeah.
And then straight off the tap, Cleary's done.
Yeah.
2-point field goal, draw it up, and send it to overtime.
Golden point, yeah. But then Mitchell Moses stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
And after his big contact, he sank it straight between the posts.
So the Eels, good old Eels, got their the first win of the season. They are on their way to the grand final.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep. And the other Friday night game, which was actually the first game, was the Melbourne Storm and West Tigers. And I did get to watch a little bit of this game, and I just think that it probably wasn't the greatest game to watch, but
it was pretty scrappy.
Yeah, it was pretty scrappy.
Pretty scrappy. Melbourne got out to 2-try lead.
Yeah.
Then Tigers came hit back.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman set up.
John Bateman. Yeah.
John Bateman. Who did I say? Jason.
Yes,
Jason. Jason Bateman. John Bateman set up. Who did he?
Oh, I forget now.
I forget their name. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Anyway, set up a mint try. And then, it was sort of, I don't know, a bit scrappy. I think the Storm were lucky to get that win. I thought the Tigers were a bit unlucky with that one.
I think so, yeah.
But, unfortunately, the Tigers are still on the bottom of the ladder.
Yep.
So the second Friday night game.
That was between the Dolphins and the Broncos, and that was a very good game of footy, I thought.
It was brutal, to say the least. I thought the Dolphins played really well. They were down a couple of their key players.
Yeah, Sean O'Sullivan got injured and stuff like that. And
he's tore his pec.
I think he's out for like 3 months or something like that.
I was hearing 6.
Oh, 6 months.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a blow for the Dolphins.
But I really thought their defence really held up well in that game.
Really good. Broncos have proven that Suncorp is their home for now.
Yeah, I think.
I think that was the motivation. How was that last rubber kick by Anthony Milford?
Yeah, the little chip kick and straight to
ran the whole field, scored a try.
Yeah.
I thought that was not quite the right play there.
Yeah.
Up until that point, I thought Anthony Milford he actually had some quite good touches there.
Yeah.
Set up a try, some good kicks in there as well. But that last one was a bit of a brain fade. I thought he should have not kicked it straight to Katoni. Or headed up in probably even just a bomb or a crossfield kick instead of that grubber. But you know what? If that bounce had been different and had gone over Katoni, then it was a try for the Dolphins and they would have won the night. So unfortunately, that's the way the footy goes. It is an egg-shaped ball and it doesn't roll straight. So
it
can be a bit unpredictable.
The next game was the Cowboys versus the Titans, and I was really expecting, after Titans, they got out to a bit of an early lead there. I just thought that I was expecting them to play really well after last week's performance, but it was a bit disappointing.
I thought the Titans defended very well. I thought the Cowboys just came at them time again.
Yeah.
They didn't let in any points. We did lose Kieran Foran and AJ Brimson.
That's true.
So that was like half of our side on. He could have, I'm seeing real positive signs for the Titans this year. I say that every year because I love my Titans. But, this year it looks like they're playing better together as a team. Their defence is so much better than previous years. Their kicking game's good. They're starting to get it. I think losing AJ and Kieran is a big blow, but I think they've got the depth there for some young guys that can come in and fill those roles for the next couple of weeks. AJ's out for 4 weeks and Kieran's out for 3, so...
So it'd be interesting to see how they can...
I don't know how they're going to go this week, actually.
And Rabbits and Manly were the next game.
Rabbits and Manly.
I would probably say Manly was very unlucky there. There was a try there that...
I watched it, and it was not a forward pass.
Yeah, it wasn't a forward pass.
It hardly even drifted forward.
It
was... I watched when they called back for forward pass. I was like, "Where's the forward pass?" And then they did the replay, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe it's that." Oh no, hang on. It was backwards the whole way. They got that one wrong. And what's our mate's name? Graham Innesley. Head of forwards come in and said, "Yeah, they got that one wrong." So sorry about that, Manly. We got that one wrong. We got that one. So sad. Cody Walker's try, right on the It was literally a blade of grass between the ball and the ball line.
Yeah.
I think it's too close to call that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. You reckon they gave it to him the benefit of the doubt? Or
Yeah, I
definitely in 100%.
I think it was benefit of the doubt in, yeah, like, I think the referees cost Manly the win.
How was that field goal by Lachlan Ilias in goal?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
That was I don't know if he'd actually kicked any.
Yeah, no. And I think that for the first time, like, they had Adam Reynolds as their half for so many years, and, like, people were probably just wondering, is this kid going to actually finally step up? And I think it proved that, he can lead a team around and he can get that clutch.
Yeah, and he's a young dude as well, so hopefully he'll be with that club for a few years and keep developing and growing as a player. Good signs from the Rabbitohs. They did well, and Manly, I think, were really hard done by that game. They should have. Anyway.
Yeah. So the next game was the Warriors and Bulldogs, and again, this was a game that I thought that the refereeing was quite poor, to be honest, at different times. I think there was a try that got disallowed by the Warrior towards the Warriors, and then a set later, Addo went down the sideline and scored. That's a 12-point turnaround essentially. So unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. But
yeah. So I didn't tip the Warriors last week. I tipped the Dogs. I thought the Dogs would have done it. I'm still liking what the Dogs are putting out there.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking they're good. Warriors have been playing really well. I thought other than that.
I think being back at home is just been so beneficial for them.
I'm calling it. If they win this week, they buy your grand final tickets to go on the way. What do you reckon now? Yeah.
No. We're going to revisit this at the end of the year and
see exactly that.
Otherwise, mate, we might have to kick you off the podcast.
That's all right. I'll work from behind the scenes. That's all good. All right, next game
was Newcastle and the Raiders. To be honest, I did watch a little bit of this game, and the standard of football was very poor, I thought.
Lots of handling. I'm noticing a lot of handling errors this season from all the clubs.
Yeah.
It's like something's happened to the ball or the spray that they use on their hands. Like something's happened and they're not. I don't know. They're not doing any passing practice over in the preseason or something.
Yeah, it's under 7 stuff. Like, it's just not good enough.
It's just lots of errors across the board.
And I turned off. At half time, I think I fell asleep.
I did tip the Raiders to win that game as well. Nice, too good for the Raiders.
Yeah, and the last game was the Dragons and the Sharks, and
oh my gosh,
Nico Hines just put on an absolute show.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back.
He's a champion, that guy.
Yeah,
he does make a big difference to that team. I said earlier in the year, I think it was episode 1 before the rounds kicked off, or round 2 might have been, that he's good, but he's not the best. He will be the best. I'm calling it now.
Yeah,
we'll watch this back at the end of the year as well. So.
Yeah, I'm picking him to play Origin this year. So
you have to.
Yeah,
you have to for the Blues for sure.
Yeah,
and Queensland's going to be in a bit of trouble, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But Queensland love it when they're down. But how's the Dragons? They got 40 points put on 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And after showing really good signs when they played the Titans.
Yeah.
Big muscle game. Come away with a win and then boom. So
and I've heard that Anthony Griffin's job is under review.
Already?
Already. I'm picking that now that he'll be the first coach to go in 2023.
Really? What about Tim Sheens?
Oh,
they still haven't had a win yet.
No.
Oh, man. And the Roosters, they played well down at Bondi Beach there.
Yeah.
And
Having a couple of schooners, probably.
Schooners. More lattes.
Yeah.
Schooners, but you never know. Depends on the time of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so we've come to the mid section.
Yep.
So if you just tuned in, thanks for watching our shenanigans, our show, our novice opinions about rugby league, in particular the NRL. We do love the sport, we love watching it. Graham was unable to make it tonight, so Gaza, we'll see you next time, hopefully. It's make sure you hit that like button and subscribe as well so you can keep up to date with all of our episodes. We go live Thursday night, 6:15 PM, Australian Eastern Standard Time, which daylight savings is ending this weekend.
Yes, it is.
All the footy games will go back to the normal time.
Yeah, back to like 8 o'clock on a Friday night and stuff.
The proper time.
Yep.
So Jed, we've got let's go through the ladder.
Yep.
As it sits
right now.
Right now.
So in first we got the Broncos. So they've been playing some. Yeah.
Do you reckon they're looking good, eh?
Yeah.
I'm not a Broncos fan, but they're looking good.
Interesting to see how they go in Origin time. They sometimes last couple of years, they seem to dip a little bit. So they'll be interesting, and they're probably one of the only teams that haven't been affected by injuries, which can have a massive effect.
I was actually talking to one of my Broncos mates fans this week, and we actually talked about Origin. They've got quite a few players that could be poached for Origin, so that's going to be interesting.
Like Paddy Canahan and stuff like that.
Tony Staggs, he's on fire, so we'll go for the Blues. Patrick Callaghan,
Tony Staggs.
Yeah. Mind blank. You got Payne Haas as well.
Payne Haas, yeah. So
the other guy, Selwyn Cobbo.
Yeah.
Surely he'll be picked.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Yeah, Xavier Coates. Yeah. So in second we've got Sea Eagles. So even though after they lost last week, they're still in second. Third we got Dolphins.
They've slipped.
Yeah, they've slipped.
Dropped 2 spots. Still hanging in there though.
Yep. And then the Warriors are fourth, which no one would have picked that at the start.
That's amazing.
Yep.
How good's the Warriors?
Yep. And then my choccies are just sitting in fifth. Just keeping quiet.
Yeah.
And then
they're like fifth.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because they can, they're just pacing themselves.
Yeah. Yep. And then Sharks are sixth. Penrith are seventh, and I think they'll win a couple more games in the next couple of rounds.
It's really quite a close season, isn't it? So far, it's quite good. It's not a lot separating probably the top 15 teams, really.
Yeah. And then that's followed by the Storm, and then we had the Rabbits in eighth, and then the Storm. Doggies eighth.
Storm. Do you think they're on the move up, or?
Yeah, I think with a couple of guys coming back, if they miss the top 8,
I would be surprised.
I'll be very surprised.
They miss the top 8 this year.
Yeah, and it's been revealed that it's definitely looking like it's going to be Craig Bellamy's last year with Melbourne. So
and Billy Slater.
Yeah,
how do you reckon he'll go as a club coach?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, not many can make. Just because you've coached Origin and you're a good player doesn't mean that you can be a really good coach. So
I think Origin's not very indicative of a good coach, although they are obviously good at leading people because Slater's team won last year. For Origin. But if that, I don't know if that quite translates to the weekly game and the weekly grind.
Yeah, because there's so many more things that you have to look after, and
you also got the elite players when you.
So they're almost coaching themselves. Yeah. They don't really need a coach at times because they're so elite.
But Billy Slater was one of the elite players of his day as well. So and he's a lot closer in age to any of the other coaches. So
So yeah, the Dogs are slipped to 10th, and then followed by the Titans.
Titans. We need to get back up a bit.
And then Knights are somehow in 12th.
Somehow.
Cowboys are 13th. So that's interesting.
If you actually let me just put this ladder up. How's that there? So everyone at home can have a look.
Yep.
There's not a lot of. It doesn't show on that ladder that I've got there because the space doesn't allow it. But looking at the points difference, there's like not a lot. There's like, except for Sharks who are plus 23. Roosters are on 0 points difference. Panthers are on 4. Rabbits are on 2. Storm are on -2. Bulldogs are on -9. And then Titans -10. Knights -12. Cowboys -13. There's not a lot in it. And then you look at the Dragons. Dragons are in 14th at the moment. Currently on -40. Because of those 2 wallopings that they've had 2 weeks in a row. But then Eels and Raiders, Eels -11, Raiders -13. So there's not a lot of points there.
No.
A couple of wins get you back up top straight away.
Yeah, and I expect the Eels, they'll win a couple more games and they'll.
Oh, of course. Even even the Raiders.
Yeah.
They've got a few good games left in them, I think.
Yeah. And then,
poor old Wests. It's not looking good for Tigers.
Yeah. How do you think the old Tim Sheens, coming in, like?
Well, I don't know. Like they had, Benji Marshall as the saviour. He's coming in. He's going to take over in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Robbie Farah, I think, is there as well on the coaching staff. So they were 2 good players in their time.
Yeah.
It's just not working. Do you think they need to drop Lee Brooks for a bit?
I think they do, yeah. Well, even there's been talk that they're trying to sign Mitchell Pearce from the Super League in England. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if that's not a sign that they're looking for a better half,
is that getting a bit desperate? Yeah. Mitchell Pearce is getting on too.
He's 32, so 33 actually. So.
Yeah. Well, it's danger signs. I don't know. I wouldn't call it yet, but they've got some more tough games coming up. So, how's that for a segue? Coming into this week, shout out if you're online. Let us know in the comments if you got anything to add or anything that you want us to mention. Leave a comment down below. We do appreciate you tuning in. We're just a couple of blokes, giving it a crack. We like our footy.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's a good time of year.
Yeah.
Watching cricket's good, but
the footy is where the heart is.
Yeah. The change of the season starts getting cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time of year.
Yeah. If you don't love your league, then what are you doing with your life?
Exactly. There you go. This quote. Put that on a shirt. That needs to be on a shirt.
All right. So going into this week's round. At 7:00 tonight, we've got the Roosters and Eels.
Oh yeah,
probably
Eels for the win.
Oh no, I can't. I couldn't go against my chickies.
I think the Roosters. Oh well, they're coming off a bye.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a help or a hindrance? Do you think?
Yeah. Well, we did have a couple of niggling injuries there, so
bit of rest.
Yeah, a bit of rest after a brutal South win there. So
that was a brutal game.
Yeah,
that was a brutal game. Yeah, I think Roosters this week. I think they're playing at home as well.
Yeah, but the Eels will be tough to win after they did play very well.
And they come away with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, so
it was a tight game against everyone. Penrith are probably the favourites to take
the competition
this year, so I think that it will be a good game. It will be a good solid game. Roosters are quite physical. Eels can also be quite physical as well, so should be a good game. Game number 2,
we got the Raiders and Penrith.
Let's go Raiders.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get wrecked.
Yeah. The only thing is that they're playing at home. Maybe they might be able to get the home crowd to...
Do you think that Viking clap has a bit of magic in it?
Oh, yeah. But I think that's as far as it goes for them. Yeah. Like, I think the Raiders will play a lot better than what they did against Newcastle, but I think Penrith will just be too strong.
Penrith for the win.
Yeah.
Penrith for the win. So the second game on Friday.
We got South and Storm. So this
will
be...
Call.
Yeah, in Sydney. So it'll be a very hard game. Melbourne have got quite a few players coming back. Yeah. So
I'll tip Rabbitohs. I'm thinking they might do it. They have a very poor record against Storm, though. I think out of 36 games, they've won 6.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, if someone can fact check me on that and put it in the comments. But something like, since the Bunnies have been back, they've only beaten Storm 6 times.
Oh, gee.
In 18 years. So, however, they are a different team this year. Storm are still finding their feet. So, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it's going to be a tight game. And I'm thinking the Rabbitohs might get the win there.
Yeah. I've tipped the Storm in that game.
So,
yeah, for the upset. So,
Storm for the upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the next game, we got Sea Eagles and Newcastle. So I think Sea Eagles might put a bit of a score on Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be a cricket score?
Yes. Yeah. It could be a cricket score.
Knights has still got a few out. Carolyn Pong is still out. Sea Eagles seem to be in good form.
Yeah. So.
Playing good footy. Turbo hasn't done his hamstring this year yet.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I think they're flying high. I'm going Manly as well. Let's go Manly.
Yeah. So
put your hands up if you love Manly. Woo! Let's go Manly.
No.
Don't you?
No.
I thought Manly were like your number 2 or number 3 team.
I don't mind them, but let's just say it like this: I like ish everybody, and then I hate the Broncos.
Okay. All right. Poor old Broncos.
Yep. In the 4:30 game, we got the Dragons and Dolphins game.
Get your fins up.
Yeah.
Have you seen Wayne Bennett? I mean, what's his name? Dwayne Bennett.
Dwayne.
I got that wrong, didn't I? Dwayne Bennett. He's all rage. Is he related? They look the same.
I think they might be the same.
Cousins?
Yeah, they might be cousins, bro.
He's a mad keen Dolphins fan, old Dwayne.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We should track him down and see if he'd do an interview on our
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if anyone knows Wayne Bennett or Wayne Bennett, actually, what we should do is go to a Dolphins game, see our old mate Jared Wallace.
Oh,
we've befriended Jared Wallace. He's a champion. So, and he likes the old steak.
He'll have a steak over a palmy any day of the week.
Yeah, I'll find that video and I'll put it up. It's a good one. But yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Book it in. Fins for the win.
Look,
Dragons.
I think I'm going to go Dragons with this, only because
they are at home.
They've
had 2 beltings.
Yeah, they've had 2 beltings. Dolphins have got a couple of injuries. Yeah, but that's a flip of the coin, I reckon.
Have the Dolphins had to travel far this year yet?
No.
So they've stayed in Queensland the whole time?
They have.
So they had Suncorp, then at their home.
And then back at Suncorp against the Broncos.
I've got a mind blank. Was it round 3? I think it was round... Oh, yeah, no, that was at home. Round 2 was at home. Round 3... Oh, round 3 it was at Newcastle.
Yeah.
And they belted the Knights. So, yeah, they have travelled. So they've got a good weight. They've 100% win rate for away games. So,
yeah,
you can't deny those odds.
Yeah, so... Yeah, see how that goes.
75% win rate in Queensland, 100% win rate in New South Wales. So,
yeah,
I'm going the Dolphins. Let's go, Fins. Get your fins up.
Yep. The second Saturday, the third Saturday night game, it's the first place Broncos versus the last place West Tigers.
Wow. Saturday night,
Yep.
Suncorp Stadium. Broncos are on a roll.
Yep.
I think the Broncos are going to go 5-0 this season.
Yeah, I think so. Although last year, the teams were in a similar position and the Tigers were able to upset the Broncos at home. So I think they were $4 outside. I think they were paying about $6 that day.
Wow, and they got up.
Wow,
okay. Well, you've heard it here first. Tigers for the upset. If you drop your 100K,
Yep.
100 grand on the Tigers to win.
Yep. We're made of money here.
I can't do that. Man. You've just put so much doubt in my mind now. I was like, yep, I'm going Broncos because they've been winning. They're looking good. They're looking sharp. Tigers are all in shambles. I might have to change my tips now.
Yeah.
If you think I should change my tips to the West Tigers, let me know in the comments below.
Yeah.
I will do a poll. I don't know how to do that, but I'll work it out.
All right, so the Sunday afternoon game, it's the Sharks and the Warriors.
Sharks are looking good after last week. Can they do it 2 weeks in a row though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there'll be a fair few points scored in this game.
Warriors are back in Australia playing over here. Previously, they haven't had a good record in Australia, but they've won now. So. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going Sharkies.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go.
Only because I can't tip Warriors.
Yeah.
Because they let me down every time.
Every time you tip them, they lose. And every time you don't tip them, they win.
Warriors fans, I'm doing you a favour. I'm not tipping the Warriors this week.
Yep.
I can't do it. I think the Sharks are going to be... I think they're going to be too good for the Warriors.
Yeah.
And the last game...
We got the Doggies versus the Cowboys. This is going to be another hard game to tip, I think.
Cowboys haven't found themselves.
Yeah.
Haven't found their go. Well, they won against Titans, but they didn't do it convincingly.
No.
The last couple of tries I thought were, a bit easy, but
yeah,
I'm going.
I think I'll go the Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, I think being at home and stuff like that.
Dogs have definitely stepped it up this year. They're playing good footy. They're looking good.
Yeah.
Handling, just got to get your handling errors.
Yeah.
And then they'll be good.
What do you think about playing a game like that on a Sunday night at 6 o'clock at a core stadium, a big stadium like that? I think
it's going to be empty.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not. We've had this conversation before. It's quite disappointing when you watch the Sydney games and you don't know what's behind the cameras, but the cameras are pointing at the opposite side of the stadium and there's 5 people there.
Yeah.
And 2 of them aren't even watching the games.
Yeah.
It's a bit disappointing. And, if we had a stadium here on the Sunshine Coast and we were having NRL games here, I can guarantee that it would be a sellout every week.
Yeah, it'd be a sellout. So
mainly because our stadium would only have 10,000 people in it.
Yeah, but you want it to look.
So it's probably the same. But
yeah, but you want it to look full, essentially.
Yeah.
I think they should be playing that game at Belmore Oval or something like that. Just to, so it's a bit more atmosphere at the game.
It's also a Sunday night in Sydney.
Yeah.
People got work.
Yeah, and it's hard to travel to ANZ Stadium or to a core stadium as it's known now. I've been there a couple of times. Yeah, it is a bit of a. It is
So
not very nice getting out.
A few things against it. We've gone to a ton of games down at Seabus and Suncorp.
Yeah.
I have to say Suncorp is so easy to get to.
Yeah.
The train's right out the front. We the last few times we've been there, we caught the bus from Chermside, drops you off underneath, and you walk up the stairs and you're straight in.
Yeah.
Awesome stadium. Even Seabus, when we've been down to Seabus.
And they have dedicated buses going to the stadium where when you go to games in Sydney, you're just going on the 211, and and then you have to wait an hour for the next train or bus to come along.
Yeah. So there's a lot that Sydney could do, but then Sydney's always fighting to keep the NRL. The NRL grand final.
Yeah, well, there's talk it could go to Melbourne now because after the election, the new premier said he's not spending any money. So so the NRL came out and said that we might be taking it to the MCG. So
I don't really like I've never been to one of the cricket ovals where they play rugby league, but when you watch the televised, it looks like it's way out in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And they've got chairs on the grass for the players and that because they can't sit at the stands because it's so far away.
Yeah.
I remember we watched Roosters get belted at the SCG.
Yeah.
Remember that game? It was like 50 something.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Remember that game?
No, I don't remember that.
But it looked like the crowd was so far away from the actual
and it is hard.
field.
Like, I went to a game at Adelaide Oval there a couple of years ago with Mark Nisifora, if he's watching. And, it was very hard to watch the game. And, anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. It is what it is, but look, as long as you're watching footy, rugby league, our great game.
Yep,
we are the best in the world. Are we still the best in the world?
Yeah, I think
we have to be. Surely,
it's the game they play in heaven.
I thought rugby union was the game they played.
I'm gonna ask God that one day. And
here we go. Rugby union. Do you think it's tougher than rugby league?
I think it is. But as a game to watch, I'll watch league any day.
Well, I think that was what they're getting at. Is rugby league's more for the fan to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas union is a lot harder game. Like I used to play union when I was a kid, and I played both union and league, and I was so much more physically exhausted after playing a game of union than I ever was playing league.
Yeah.
Because I was a forward, obviously. I didn't have the footwork of the backs and so I was running the whole time, tackling the whole time. You don't move as far, unless you get a break. You don't like the ruck. You could have a ruck there and then a ruck there and then a ruck there. You don't actually. Sometimes if you're playing against a good opponent, a defensive team, it's hard to move up the field.
Yeah.
I don't know. League's probably more for the spectator. I think unions.
Yeah.
But what we do know for sure is that both codes are better than soccer.
Yeah.
Is that? Am I allowed to say that?
Soccer
going to get me banned.
Yeah.
No. I'll retract that. Union and league are still better than AFL.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Are you allowed to call soccer in Australia, or is it football?
I think in Australia you're allowed to call it soccer. And in the States, they call it soccer.
Yeah.
Apparently it's the world's game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? I don't get it.
That's
It probably should be called football because it's the only game where you actually play the ball with your foot.
But the Australian team is known
and you get in trouble for using your hand.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna have to consult a professional about this.
Yeah. Yet the national Australian team is known as the Socceroos.
Maybe they need to change it to footy roos.
Yeah, football roos.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Or maybe they translate it differently in other countries. Maybe it is called. Maybe they are called the footy roos over there.
Yeah.
Who knows? You're filming me with so many questions. I'm gonna have to go and get on Google and go home and find out all things soccer. Well, the name of this channel is called CTW Sports, so who knows? We could do a soccer show.
No, that's never going to happen.
You do know what is on this weekend?
What's on this weekend?
Really excited for?
Ooh,
WrestleMania. Do you know what WrestleMania is?
No.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to. You need to say.
Oh, okay.
WrestleMania, Pro Wrestling, WWE, it's on.
Yep.
Roman Reigns is going to drop his belts. You heard it here first. And the Usos are going to drop their belts to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah. And what else have we got this Sunday?
Sailing?
Sailing?
Oh, I don't know. What's on Sunday?
Have you got a video dropping?
Oh, yeah. Chase the Weekend.
Yep.
New video out this week. I've totally forgot about it. Our other channel, Chase the Weekend. We do all things full driving and camping and all those sorts of shenanigans. New video will be out this Sunday, 6:30.
Yep. I'll be watching.
Tune in. We'll send the links out on the socials like we do every week. If you can do us a solid, actually, jump on to Chase the Weekend on Facebook and Chase the Weekend on Instagram. Give us a follow, share some of our posts. We want to try and start building those pages. Also on YouTube, Chase the Weekend if you haven't done already. We'd love your thumbs up and your subscription. Same with CTW Sports. We'd also love if you could give us a like and share us around. Even though it's a bit silly what we do, we have fun and we'd love to grow it and see what we can do about it. We might even buy a media license and then go in broadcasting and call the games.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fun. If you'd like to see us do that, or not do that, or please don't do that, please let us know in the comments. Send us an email. We'll get onto it. Well, I think we should wrap it up there. Footy starts in 8 minutes.
Yep.
3 minutes.
I've got to get
We got to go. You're going to be breaking the speed limit getting home.
I think so, yeah. I've already had one crash today. I don't want to have a second one.
Oh, jeez. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
See you guys.